You got some people that go to prison and they learn from their mistakes. You got some people that go there and just waste their time and don't learn nothing. You got some other people that actually go to prison and catch additional time. For this video here, I'm going to be speaking on an inmate down here in the state of Florida that caught an additional life sentence while serving his first bid for murder.
Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around, I'll bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with a lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. I want to tell everybody welcome back to my channel. Before I get into this video, I want to let y'all know ahead of time that I am about to do a giveaway on my other channel, KFROG Gaming. Y'all tune in over there. Go hit that like button, that subscribe button. All you got to do is, be a subscriber in order to enter the giveaway. And I'll be giving away 2 PlayStation 5 consoles. All right. Now, I'm going to jump right into this video, and I'm going to be letting y'all know about an inmate that caught an additional life sentence while already serving his bid for murder. Okay? Things like this happen all the time. You never know what harm will present itself in front of you to where you end up getting into a situation that costs you more time. All right? Now, I know you're looking at it like, damn, well, you're already serving life, so what's it matter? It actually matters a lot because you can actually have a loophole in your case, maybe later on down the line, and be trying to give that life sentence back, okay? But if you give life back and then you're caught up on another charge, then you're not going nowhere, all right? So for this one, I'm going to be telling y'all about this one dude that I came across. I'm going to give you a little background on him. His nickname was Handball, all right? I'm pretty sure every institution I went to, there was someone with the nickname Handball. Now, this dude here, he was an older guy, all right? He was like 70 years old. Little short white dude, wore the chomo glasses, okay? But not everybody that wears those glasses, are chomos. You feel me? Like, there'd be straight gangsters in there and everything that if your ass can't see and you're having problems with your eyes, they're going to give you them big old thick-ass ones, the ones that got the big old frames around them. We call them chomo glasses. So he was like a little short dude that wore the chomo glasses. He wore his little hat to the side and walked around, you could tell he'd been in there forever. Now, mind you, he was like a 70-year-old man, but he ran around like he was 35 years old. Like him being in prison, it didn't age him at all. He looked old, but man, he ran up and down the court playing basketball, and his nickname was Handball because, that's one of the main games that you play inside of prison is handball. Y'all know what that is. You feel me? But he ended up, catching a life sentence, and I think I threw a little bits and pieces about him in videos long time ago. But he was actually in there serving a murder charge, okay? He was in there doing a life sentence. He caught a life sentence when he was like 12, 13 years old, I believe, all right? And he ended up, murdering another person, around his age, and ended up getting a life sentence behind that. After all these years, here he was, 12, 13 years old. He's now 70. So just imagine how many people he came across. Just imagine how many different institutions he was at. He was so institutionalized that he felt like he was part of the prison. Literally, because he's been in there so long. And we, down here in the state of Florida, we ended up getting it to where they could not give a juvenile life no more. All right? Once they, lifted that, everybody who was sentenced under the old guidelines, under the old sentencing, fell up under that may have been a juvenile around the time they called a life sentence, which is a lot of people. That's their loophole to get back in front of the judge. You see what I'm saying? Even though they were sentenced back when they were allowed to sentence juveniles to, life, now that they changed the law, that gives you a right to go to court, and there's your loophole to give your time back. I spoke on a homeboy named Charlie that I knew. You feel me? Same thing happened to him. We was in the juvenile program together. And he ended up getting a life sentence in prison. But he had to go to the program first. I ran into him 12 years later at Charlotte CI. And he was going to court to finally give his time back. They still ended up giving him like 40 years. But since he was sentenced under the old guidelines, it wasn't 85%. It was lower than that. So with his game time and everything, he'd probably do like 25, you know, or something like that, maybe 20. You know, he was happy. He said, man, I only got like 8 years left now. Even though 40 sounds like a lot, because it is, but with all of his game time from back in the day and all that shit adding up, he only had like 7, 8 more years to do. You feel me? It's better than life. At least he has a date. You understand? Well, with Handball, like I said, he caught a life sentence. He worked in laundry. Everybody knew of him. He was the laundroman. He walked around with a big old laundry pillowcase hanging on his shoulder every time you seen him. But you never know what he'd have in there. Okay, it wasn't only laundry that he was toting, okay? He was a hustler. He went from dorm to dorm, sold shit, would grab things from this person, sell it over here. He was good. He had like a license to where he had a pass to where he could slide across the compound. The officers knew what he was doing, but they didn't mess with him. You feel me? They left him alone, okay? And no matter what it is you needed, he could find it. Not because, you know, he was nosy and wanted to know where it was or he'd go out on a limb for it, but it was just everybody knew him. Okay, now what happened with Handball is while he was in prison, when he first started working in laundry, he was working there at a young age, and there was a dude in there that was kind of like, you know, messing with him, picking on him and shit like that, you know, trying him. I'm not really sure what it is he was doing to him, but he had problems with this other guy. So Handball decided to take it amongst himself to wait till the officers weren't looking, catch this inmate in a blind spot, and he ended up, you know, busting him with his lock, getting on top of him. And back then, when they would give you a uniform in prison, they gave you, it looked like dicky pants and a shirt. You feel me? It ain't like now it's scrubs. They're stretchy. Back then, it had pockets. And you can still get them made in prison. If y'all look at my Kfrogtv footage videos, I had those. I used to get those made. You feel me? Literally get them made, get the belt buckle, little gold, little, you know, belt buckle right here with the, it looked like the same type of belt you wear in like the army or something. You feel me? Well, same belt we wore when I was in boot camp school. So, anyways, he ended up getting the guy in a blind spot, hitting him with the lock, got on top of him, and he strangled this dude to death with one of them belts. Same belt that they do not give out to inmates anymore. All right? And then throughout that right there, he ended up catching another life sentence. You know, and a lot of people, you know, didn't know about it, but you would hear about it. Okay, when you first go to prison down here in the state of Florida, you get a 0 by your name, by your ID. You know what I'm saying? Like in the beginning of your number. You feel me? Like mine was L86368, but it was 0-L86368. And then if I ever went to prison again my second time, it would be an A. And then it goes through the alphabet. 3rd time's a B, 4th time's C, goes like that. Well, Handball, for someone catching a life sentence at 13 or 14 years old, you see he's got an A letter. Okay? So a lot of people would always question that and wonder what it was. But even the officers knew about him and knew that he ended up catching an additional body while he was in there serving that life sentence. And it's crazy because once they made it to where you can no longer give a life sentence to the juveniles, he was able to give his first life sentence back. But he still didn't get to go nowhere because he caught that body while he was in there. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say you never know what you're going to get yourself into, who you're going to come across. You know, you never know. All you know is from things you see on movies. You feel me? There's people in there catching additional time all the time. And there's nothing you can really do about it. Because it's either you or them. Straight up. If someone comes in a cell with a knife and they tell you, man, look, bro, I'm finna end your life right now. What you gonna do? You gonna just lay down and let them take it? Nah, hell no. You gonna try to take their life first. And a lot of times, depending on how it goes, you know, people get charged with that shit. And the crazy thing about the whole story of this is when he caught the additional life sentence and all that, he had caught it at the same camp that I was at him with. The same camp that where I ran into him during my bid, that was the same camp he caught that charge at way back in the day. You feel me? So it was like, he said, yeah, it's like home. You know, I'm known here. But the one downfall thing about Handball is he messed with boys. Feel me? Everyone knew that about him. He messed with boys. But he didn't hide it, though. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the type of person that, you know, you'd walk around and hang out with and shit like that. You knew of him, though. Everybody knew who Handball was. You know, he messed with boys, though. And he used to say it proudly. And he used to say, man, I've been in here since I was 12 years old. I never touched a female before. I ain't gay, nothing wrong with that. This all I know. This my life. You see what I'm saying? And whatever floats your boat, bro. You do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't about laundry, bitch, we ain't got nothing to talk about. You know? But it's crazy because he would have been home till this day. he would have been home if he wouldn't have gotten the situation he got into. Now, like I said, everybody's situation is different though. So you don't know what the reason was behind it, okay? But I'm going to give you my opinion. If I ain't even got to have a life sentence, I can have a baby bid. Literally, I can have a year and a day, the smallest bid you can get down here in the state of Florida. I could be there in there for a year and a day. And if I feel like my life is in danger and I feel like threatened or I feel like my manhood's in jeopardy or anything like that, man, I will gladly end somebody and be risking additional time. That's just me. That ain't for everybody. Some people, will let people try them, will let people push over on them, let people rub up on them or whatever instead of catching more time. Me, I dead ass would catch more time. If there's a reason for it, I'm with it. Straight like that. Like, I'm not no dummy, not everybody is. There's some dummies out there that catch additional time just because they're hard-headed and they got shit to prove and they want to act like they the toughest shit walking and, oh, ain't no one gonna try me. If it ain't worth ending that man's life, then I'm not gonna end his life. That's simple. Unless he tries to end mine, But accidents do happen. You feel me? But at the same time, when accidents do happen, that's what separates the difference from a murder charge or manslaughter. You feel me? So as far as like, actually bagging somebody in there, I'm not going to just bag somebody for the hell of it. You know what I'm saying? I'll violently, crucially hurt someone. I'll mess them up, bang them up, leave them with scars. I'll hurt somebody without the intention of killing them. You feel me? But I wouldn't just sweep shit under the rug just to go home. This is just me though. I'm pretty sure other people in the comments are going to speak differently. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, prison is a place where you can't control what happens or what's thrown after you. You feel me? Like, look at old Handball. He was young. He was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? That dude was probably trying to take something from him. And he did what he had to do. Just like in the movie Blood In, Blood Out. Y'all remember in that movie? If y'all ain't seen it, look it up. When he's in the kitchen and that one white dude's messed up about him and always wants to feel on him and all this shit. So he decides to play along with them like he's going to do some sexual shit with him just so he can, stab him. You feel me? That's what people do, I don't know if that's how it went in this situation. From what they say, he just busted him with a log, got on top of him and just strangled him with the belt. You feel me? Which back then, people were getting away with it a lot more easier than they are now. Down here in Florida, we have cameras now in prison. When I first went to prison, we didn't have cameras. We had these big old mirrors. That was it. And then the officer would look at the reflection off the mirrors. Now they got cameras in a lot of places. They don't have them in your shower. They don't have them in your cell. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it's a holding cell or something where they're just monitoring you. That's different. You feel me? But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Now, they also used to say that Handball's whole family is passed away. So you got to look at that also. Every single person he knew that was alive is no longer around. So it's just him. He's the only one left of his bloodline. He outlived everybody. He's in prison. You feel me? And it's crazy because if you think about it, if he wanted to caught that time way back then, when they changed them laws around, he would have been going home to his family and got to see them and, hang out with them and shit before they went. But some people, get themselves caught up and it be like that. I've been in places where people will be fighting and slip, hit their head or hit their neck on the table inside the room or on the bunk, break their neck, flatline. And what do you think happens? That other person fighting them catches that charge. Straight up. That's why you got to be careful with the things you get yourself involved in. But at the same time, I don't want to be a hypocrite and tell you do not get into things because I got into shit. You feel me? I used to get into things. I didn't care. I didn't think about that. Didn't even cross my mind dude gonna fall and break his neck or that I'm gonna fall and break my neck. These are the type of things that you don't catch when the situations are going down. And the next thing you know, it happens. Bam, now you're stuck. You just got tricked off the streets. Now you're like, damn, dog. Fought this dude over a fucking case of soup, bro. He fell and broke his neck. Now I'm in this bitch catching another charge, bro. Now I'm in here facing a body, bitch. I'm supposed to be going home next year. All over a case of soup. That's how it goes, man. You feel me? But I want y'all to drop in the comment section if y'all seen anything like that before. Have y'all ever seen people catch additional time? I have, especially at Charlotte. Seen dudes, they got in a fight in the cell, and boys went to bumping, boom, 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 boom. One was on AC confinement, which is administrative confinement. The other one was on DC confinement, which is disciplinary report confinement. Them boys went in there to bumping. Next thing you know, the officers, they're not allowed to open your cell until both of y'all cuff up. So the officers went to gassing in there. And boys couldn't even breathe. They were on the bottom of the floor, the crack of the door that touches the ground. They were gasping for air. You feel me? Next thing you know, they cuffed up, boom, boom, boom. When they take them out of the cell, one of them boys, they ended up putting him on a stretcher. They dropped him on his head, right on camera, right in front of all of us other inmates inside the box and all. Dropped him right on his head, off the stretcher. They ran him to medical. He ended up passing away. They had the other one inside the shower because it's mandatory that they record you after they gas you. They got to have you on video, showing proof that they're giving you a shower to get the chemical agents off of you. They had that boy on video like this. They're telling him, yeah, man, he died, man. You're catching an ad charge. And he was wiping all the gas up off him, all the chemical. And he's like, what you mean? Man, he cuffed up. He cuffed up. That shows he was alive when he cuffed up. That gas is what ended that inmate. But they charged the other guy for it. See how it works? Fucked up. And that was my dog, too, the one that they charged for. You feel me? Which, in my eyes, I feel like he'd have a loophole. One, because administrative confinement and DC confinement are not supposed to be in the cell together. DC confinement means you're already sentenced to your box time. AC confinement, administrative confinement, means that you're pending DR. You're waiting to go to ICT for your DR hearing. Y'all are not supposed to be in there together. Because after 30 days of being in the box, now you're eligible to go to rec. And rec is just the cage in the back of the building. They come around. It's supposed to be 5 hours a week, but they literally will come around like once every 2 weeks. And they'll take people who are on DC confinement that have been back there for 30 days or more, and they'll bring you outside the gate. So here you are, AC confinement, which there's no air conditioning in there. It's just called administrative confinement. Let me make that clear. But you'll be on AC confinement. I'll be on DC confinement. I've been back there 40 days. They come around, cuff me to bring me to rec, and then you don't go to rec. No, it don't work like that. So they shouldn't have had him in the cell with the other guy. You feel me? That's one of the loopholes right there. There's so many different loopholes in every situation for things that go down. That's why people who are in prison that live like they got forever find themselves in bad situations and could possibly end up being in there forever. Literally. People used to tell me when I walked around, they were like, bro, you act like you got a life sentence, bro. You're going home, bro. Just because I was doing some violent shit in there. I didn't want to. I had to. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Not every dog wants to bite somebody. But when that dog's provoked, or that dog feels like he ain't got no choice, you feel me? Or that dog feels like another dog's gonna bite him, man, he gonna bite. He gonna attack, and he gonna attack good. That's what I used to do. You feel me? But anyways, I just wanted to tell y'all about this dude, Handball, man. Shit's kind of crazy, dog. Hey, for any of my people on here that been to prison before, they used to play handball, man. Y'all make sure you let the people in the comments know how serious they get about that game now. Y'all know how it is to be in there smacking that ball against that wall, running back and forth like they playing wall ball, but it's, you know, it's with their hand. You know, that shit get your mind off of things too, you know what I'm saying? It's got a little good amount of cardio in it too, you feel me? I just thought it was funny that his name was Handball, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I ain't seen him play handball at all. So it ain't like he got the nickname for being good at the game. I mean, who knows? Maybe he was once a champ back in his days or something, and his name just became Handball. Or everywhere he went, he had a ball in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You feel me? But anyways, man, I'm going to wrap this video on up. I want y'all to drop in the comment section, man. Y'all let me know how y'all would react. If you got in a situation where it was either you or them, what you going to do about it? You going to let someone make it to where your mama crying, or you going to make their mama cry? Straight up. Because if you get flatlined in there, your mama crying. If you flatline them, they mama crying, your mama gonna cry too though, because you could still possibly catch more time. This is the main question. If it was worth it, or is it even worth it to catch an additional sentence while you were locked up? That's what I want y'all to put inside the comment section. But anyways, man, I'm gonna wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Shout out to all the people that are in prison that do not deserve to be there. If you don't deserve to be there, man, free you. That's how I feel about it, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody in there deserves it. But there's some people in there that do deserve to be in there. They could keep them ones. You feel me? Straight up. Ain't no sympathy, ain't no pity or none of that shit for anyone that truly deserves to be in there. You know, and that's coming from me. You know what I'm saying? And this coming from someone that's been to prison. And I know how bad and nitty gritty and crucial it can get inside of prison. It's a place that you don't want to wish on your worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? You don't wish jail on nobody because that's some sucker shit. You feel me? But at the same time, there is ones that deserve to be kept in there. You know what I'm saying? And we know what them type of people is. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this one on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I always say, don't forget about the giveaways that I'm doing over there on KFROG Gaming. To enter the giveaway, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell button so you could get post notifications of when the giveaway starts. That's it. That's all it takes. It don't cost a dime. It don't cost a penny. It's as simple as that. And I'm going to be giving away 2 PlayStation 5s. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all make sure y'all keep them squares, rats, clowns, chomos, heavy gunners, liars, ones that can't keep their girl, whose girl be out here fucking off the chain, same guy that fucked when they were in the chain gang. You know what I'm saying? All that, keep them out your circle, man. And just keep on keeping your head up, bitch, and trucking it. Keep doing what you got to do. Till next time, this Frog.